Hey guys, today's Bowling Point. Sean and Colin back with you. We're going to talk about, a couple weeks ago we talked about kettlebell wrist position. Today we're going to talk about dumbbell wrist position. A lot of times when we're getting tired, we notice you doing certain drills like rows, presses, or even just holding the weight, your wrist position can get compromised. The reason why this is important to make sure you're not doing these things is you're basically setting your wrists and your body up for dysfunction. So, if I take Colin to have him holding dumbbells very lazily with his wrists pitched forward, and if I turn him from the side, you can actually see maybe you're a culprit, or maybe you're a victim, or maybe you are guilty of doing this. This is a bad position for your wrist. Now, if I just take Colin's wrist and have him put the dumbbells down, he holds that same position with his wrists. That's putting a ton of pressure on the top of the wrist and then putting a lot of stress on his forearm. The next time it goes to his forearm, it'll pitch into his elbows, and then in order to make up and compensate for that, he's got to shrug up his shoulders to hold the weight now, as opposed to turning his wrist straight up and down, so he's got a straight thumb towards the sky, alrighty? He's got a good wrist position. If the weight were still in his hands, you can engage your armpits, your lats a lot better in that position and allow the traps to be pulled back down, just like you guys do for farmer walks. So I'm gonna have Colin grab up those weights again. I'm gonna have him perform a couple of lunges, actually have you step back. So good position there, wrists are straight up and down. Now notice his wrist pitched forward, he's getting tired, maybe his arms getting tired from holding the weights, his forearms get tired. Your posture will go with where your wrists go, alrighty?
I'm trying, it's weird.
And it hurts, and usually it's pretty painful. So be mindful about where your wrist position is when you're holding your dumbbells, even if you're holding them for farmer walks. It's a lot easier with a kettlebell because the handle's straight up and down, the base of the weight's pulling at the bottom. Dumbbells, it's harder to cheat, so you have to really concentrate on making sure that dumbbell is parallel and flat. Alrighty, thank you guys.